And hello, it's time for some more Genshin Impact. It's time to wrap up this event, well, the story aspect of it. So first, let's go ahead and teleport over to here. We got to meet up with our little dragon friend again. Doran is waiting for us. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and read what we're supposed to do to start. The afterword, the Summertide Scales and Tails appendix. Familiar faces have appeared in the world of Simulanka. Wait, familiar faces have appeared? Who showed up? Guess we got to go over to the tavern. And then, yeah, who showed up? I see Kaya. Is that Jean? It's a little hard to tell. I think it's Jean. It is Jean.
Here's your 2 magic tonics.
You will not enjoy it. Oh, yeah. Got Otto.
Why, thank you, young lady. And might I add that you're looking quite lovely today. Jean, come on. Take a seat and let's have a drink. I ordered one for you as well.
Do you know that it's ink?
But is this really appropriate?
No.
I mean,
it's ink.
Still worried about Klee? Relax. Albedo's with her.
Ah,
She'll
they're
be
here?
fine.
And hello, you two.
Hiya, Master Jean! What are you two doing here?
How did you get here?
Oh, look who it is. The Traveler and Paimon. You must be the pleasant surprise that Miss Alice told us about.
Well, I'd explain it.
greetings to you both. This is one place I didn't expect to run into you two.
Samesies.
The locals here have been talking non-stop about some brave heroes who saved the world. Let me guess. You two have been up to your old tricks.
Not tricks, but
Well,
yes.
not just us. We only played a small part. You could say we were 2 members of the Heroes Adventure Team.
Still sounds mighty impressive to me. As ever, our honorary knight is making us proud wherever they roam.
Did I hear you talking about Alice and Klee?
That's right. We received a letter of invitation from Miss Alice, proposing that we take Klee for a vacation in Fairyland when work dies down.
I wasn't sure what she meant by fairyland at first, but if my eyes are not deceiving me, she was being quite literal.
They're not
Klee
deceiving
ran
you.
off excitedly as soon as we arrived.
Sounds like Klee.
I'm a little worried about her, but Albedo insisted he would look after her while we do our own thing.
We could hardly say no to such a considerate offer. So I took it upon myself to bring Jean to the nearest tavern we could find.
So you could drink ink?
Any excuse for a drink, huh?
Paimon's not going to tell him, is she?
Well, we are on vacation. It's only fair that we get to indulge ourselves a little.
But it's ink.
You're right. I should make an effort to relax and unwind. It's what Miss Alice would want, after all.
Because you don't
Hey,
unwind.
Kaya, what exactly did you order from the bar?
The house special, of course. Best way to get a taste of the local culture.
Yeah, Paimon's not going to say anything.
Why are you making that face, Paimon?
But she's giving herself away.
Nothing. I was just perpetually amused by your lifestyle, that's all. Go on, drink up.
Something tells me I need to tread carefully here.
You do.
Let's see. It's got a lovely color, but how about the taste?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ink. You don't want to drink that,
I
Jean.
think maybe I'll pass,
You should.
but it's such a shame to waste it.
All right, Paimon. Well played.
He's going to get you for that.
Well, Paimon got burned too, if it's any consolation. It's nothing personal.
Oh, by the way, we weren't the only ones who got invited here. I saw Kale earlier. She didn't see me, though. She was making a beeline for that big tree.
Ah.
The Kingdom
Is-
of Breezes and Bells, you mean? Oh, this is turning into a huge reunion. Maybe
Did Tainari come too?
her.
If Tainari came, then maybe Sino
All
did.
right. Well, give her my regards.
Will do. Enjoy your vacation.
Thank you. Enjoy your time here, too.
Hi. So, let's go find Kalle. Who will be... you know what? We may be able to teleport closer. Holy crap. We can't. Well, kind of. You know, I'm just going to follow this path. Because, yeah, we haven't been over here. And if this doesn't take too long, I'm tacking something on at the end of this episode. I won't say what it is now, but I will be doing it. That I can promise. All right, let's go ahead and bypass all this. Go ahead and grab these pages. Got him. I see more pages over there. Wait. Flowers that have curled in on themselves for a nice nap. They will awaken and open after being hit by flying squirrel impacts, character attacks, and other shocks. Having been so rudely awakened, they will show their immense displeasure by creating a current that can move garlands. Let's try waking those furious flowers. The squirrel missed. Come on. Short. Big gummit. Too far. I cannot get your distance down, squirrel. What the heck is your distance? Got it. My gosh. All right, it's not too happy now. Sweet.
A reward on the road.
So what was the point of the flower? What did it do for us exactly? I'm not entirely sure. Get these excerpts. Okay, flying squirrel, what do you want? I'm looking for Kalle, not to mess with you. Hey, you need here? Are you here to take the trial as well? No. I'm here to get the waypoint and go further past this tree. Here we go. Here's the waypoint. Excuse me now. I must go this way. Forget about your trial. I'll do it during the half episode, okay? So yes, after this episode, I will be doing a half episode. And that will come out before the next full episode, which should be the update, where we get a whole new region. The big update. The big one that we've been waiting for. You're all adults now. Go and complete the trials of the 3 high mountains. And prove your worth as flying squirrels. Why did you have to stop me to show me that? I'm not doing that right now. I'm trying to find Kalle. Matter of fact, you doing that. Wait, where? I'm so confused. It looks like we're going over to that house over there. Let's go to that waypoint first. Yep, I see Kalle at the house. There's going to be a lot to do for the half episode. I'm kind of not looking forward to it. Kalle! I guess we got close enough.
The structure of the tree houses here is nothing short of amazing. I have to write it down so I can tell Master Tighnari all about it later.
Is this a tree house? Like, really?
You scared me. Traveler and Paimon? You got invited here too?
We were here first. Well, not first, but before you.
Well, they sort of skipped the invitation part, but anyway, what you doing out here? Something caught your eye? I'm trying to observe and summarize the structures of the trees here, and also the animals that live here. Well, the residents, I guess? I still can't get over the fact that they're all someone's origami handiwork.
Once a forest ranger, always a forest ranger, huh? Not sure you'll be able to apply much of what you learn here back home, though.
Oh, definitely
This
not.
being a magical world and everything. What? Over there, by the giant footprint. Have those houses always been there?
Oh, those? The local flying squirrels told me that they were built by a small dragon and some guy wearing a hat.
Oh, that must have been Minnie Durin and Hat Guy. Any idea where they went?
Supposedly, after building the houses, they went to somewhere called, Constellation Metropole? Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Yep, you got it. Oh, also, when the locals mentioned the dragon, did they seem at all,
Apprehensive.
did they say how they felt about him at all?
Now that you mention it, the atmosphere changed a little when they talked about him.
Oh no.
They mentioned some stuff along the lines of past misunderstandings and welcoming new members. I only just got here, so I know very little about what has happened in the past. They seemed genuinely grateful for the houses, though, and said they were going to plan a welcome party.
Oh, thank goodness. Phew. Sounds like the forest has begun to accept him. It's a step in the right direction.
Are you looking for that small dragon?
Guess you could say that.
Yeah, he's a new friend we made after we arrived here.
No way! Really? I'm getting more and more interested in your story.
Is Kali gonna travel with us?
No. I've got to save her for next time. For now, I've got to make the most out of my time in this wonderful world.
Oh, there's no rush. Just take it slow and enjoy yourself. Like Kaya.
Yeah,
Oh,
you still got
he
like a
sends his
month
regards,
to
by
be
the
here.
way.
Based on when I'm recording this.
Oh, Mr. Kaya is here too?
Yep.
Then I've got to go say hi to him.
He's the one that told us you were here.
He's at the tavern and he probably won't be leaving until he's drunk. Not that he'll ever reach that point because his alcohol tolerance is so high.
And also
Basically,
because he's
it's
drinking
Kaya.
ink.
You know where to find him.
Do they have
Maybe
any
the
other
point
drinks
I'm on.
but ink?
Then I'll focus on exploring for now and go catch up with him later.
Shall we go pay a visit to the Metropole Traveler? Maybe Minnie, Durin, and Hat Guy are still there.
Maybe they are.
Oh, right. By the way, something pretty interesting has been happening in Sumeru recently. Master Trinari has been working really hard on it, so if you have time, definitely go and check it out.
Sounds good. We'll find some time in our schedule.
What would it be? Take it easy, Kale. Enjoy your field trip. I'll just say take it
Of
easy.
course. See you later.
All right, so now we got to go to the Astral Garden at the highest point of Constellation Metropole. This way. Same level? Yes. That'll make the traveling easier. Yeah. Only got to go 45 meters, if even. Mona? Guess that
What?
makes sense.
Are my eyes deceiving me? There is no way. I can't believe it.
I want to hear her explanation. She mad because the stars aren't aligning
We
properly
heard you
here?
muttering from a long way away. What's up? Oh, is your scryglass acting up again?
That would make perfect sense.
Oh, it's you, the saviors of this world.
Oh, she
My
knows.
scryglass is fine, but I'm not sure I can say the same about my eyes.
What's wrong with your eyes?
Look at this statue.
Is that your teacher?
Is it broken or something? Looks fine to Paimon. That's your master, right? AKA the goddess of prophecy?
That's why she's upset.
I refuse to believe it. There's no way that old hag looks anything like this.
Maybe she did when she was younger?
When she was younger. Oh, actually, now that you mention it, this does remind me of the fashionista phase she wrote about in her diary.
You read her
She can't
diary?
hear me, can't she? I swear I just got chills down my spine.
Maybe she can hear you through the statue.
Either way, it's probably a little rude to talk about her right under her statue. But how do you know it's a statue of her if you never saw her as a young woman?
I did a quick scry when I came into this world, and when I saw the stars' reflections, I was at a loss for words. It looks like fate in Simulacra is based directly on Tevat. A projection of real-world fate to form an image of reality. Or in layman's terms, basically the creator made this world inside a mirror or a lake, and this world is the reflection.
Still sounds pretty impressive.
The more I scried, the more familiar everything looked. It's her work, there's no doubt about it. Even so, everything's far more complex than I'd imagined. Trying to decipher it all is giving me quite a headache. I also asked the locals about her. They call her she who has dominion over the stars and the course of fate itself. Not even a pretense of humility. Clearly, she let the role of creator goddess get to her head. Not that I'm surprised in the least, of course. It certainly matches the tone of her diary. Anyway.
Why does she sound like she hates her master so much?
Oh, so Mona?
Was she that bad to you during training?
Dragging around by any chance? He's about the same size as Paimon, but with tiny little wings.
Ah, you mean the one that caused all that trouble? I haven't seen him for myself, but I heard that he came to the Metropole not long ago to formally apologize for his actions. Apparently, he brought a huge stash of Toitanium and plant oil to make amends. Most people accepted his apology, although there are some who said that they'll reserve judgment until they've seen how he acts in the future.
But none that are just outright hostile.
Okay, do you know where we can find him?
One moment.
We just gotta watch her scry for now.
Ah, it looks like he's at the Broken Sea. There's a big group of people with him, too.
Is it our heroes party?
Wanna come with us? We can introduce you.
Oh, I bet Clee and Albedo are there.
I'll sit this one out. This might be the closest I ever get to meeting the old hag in her youth, so I think I'll spend some time seeing what else I can glean from her grand design. You guys have fun.
Be careful, Mona. And thanks for your astrological assistance.
What do you mean, be careful? Now you're making me nervous.
We'll be off now. See you later.
Just because you talk so poorly about, as you call her, the old hag. All right, so now we got to go to the Broken Sea to look for Mini Durin. And let's go back to ground level. Isaway. Hey, back where we started this episode. Just gotta float down a little. There they are. Wait, I thought there was supposed to be a big crowd there. I only see the two of them.
Osvaldo Hafnabines!
Official! That makes
Does
sense.
thou see
Makes a
what
lot
I
of
am
sense.
seeing? Tell me that my all-perceiving Aug de Verurtelang deceiveth me not.
I would have hated
Your
to be the
eyes
person
see
that has to
true,
voice
Fräulein.
official. All the words that she got to spew out.
Very well. Then, as sovereign ruler of the Immenachreich, I extend to you both my greetings, O Night Dragon from the land of the Thousand Stars and his hat-wearing servant.
Who did you just call a servant?
I knew that would get him.
What Main Fräulein means to say is, hello, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you too. But Hat Guy's not my servant. He's my friend.
What if he was to become your servant?
Now you're over-explaining.
Oh, he's bashful.
Durin! Found you at last. Whoa, and Fischl's with you too?
Oh, greetings, Outlander blessed by the Immenachreich. How honored you are to meet your princessin beneath the stars of another sky. Clearly a decision made by fate itself.
I echo your sentiments, Your Highness. Also, isn't it kind of cool that everybody standing here has a floating partner? Except for the floating partners themselves. Then they have standing partners.
Mr. Honorary Knight, Paimon!
Never mind. Here's Clee. Which means Albedo, too.
Greetings. You both look well.
So do you, Albedo.
Hey there, Klee! Have you been having fun here?
Yup, loads and loads of fun. There are so many cute animals and a magic train that was
really long, and a huge, huge castle, and a king lives there and everything.
I've been taking Klee to see all the sights. It's been a very enriching experience. Alice's magic is truly outstanding.
Yep, she really lets it out at least once a year.
Klee wants to build a great big house now, too.
So, your mom and my mom were friends?
Yep.
Our moms were friends, which makes you my big brother.
No.
My mom used to read your mom's stories to me all the time. They were great.
Big brother?
You're part of the family now.
Wow. Thank you, Klee. Can I go play with Klee, Hat Guy?
Suit yourself.
You don't need his permission.
Albedo, can I?
You do need his permission.
Go on. Just don't go too far away. I'll come pick you up later.
Yay! Come on, Mini Durin. Do you want to come play with us too, Fischl?
Your princessin accepts your invitation. Rejoice! Though you may be concealed by fog, still you shall have the good fortune to witness the true might of the Aug de Bertelang.
What Mein Fräulein means to say is, perhaps we can all play hide and seek together. Mein Fräulein is it.
Hooray! I love hide and seek!
Oh, me too.
You've played before, Mini Durin? Well, I guess he did hide quite a lot.
To return to our previous discussion, Mr. Hat Guy, you were telling me about a prophecy?
I heard B talking to M. What she said was,
Since you're so persistent, let me tell you a secret. Our child will one day rise from the dead.
Who is ours, child?
Saying that Dragonspine Durin will come back to life?
I'm shocked.
I only heard it in a memory, so don't hold me to it.
Understood. My recent observations at Dragonspine lend credence to this prophecy as well. Durin's heart has slowly but surely been growing in vitality.
They're setting up multiple
The
stories right
process
now.
is extremely slow, but the trend is clear.
One Tainari,
What
one
should
with
we
Durin.
do?
To start with, plan for every potential scenario, including, of course, the worst-case scenario.
So get a doomsday shelter?
I am well aware of Durin's past, and I sincerely hope that things never escalate to that point. Still, we need to be prepared for every possibility. If the prophecy is true, and Durin's heart will one day beat again, I'd like to hope that whatever rises from the dead is no evil dragon, if you understand what I mean.
Yeah, I get you. I feel you, fam.
But not really.
And so, when the time comes, Mr. Hat Guy, will you and Simolanka's Durin be willing to lend us a hand in our hour of need?
Huh? What's this got to do with me?
Come on,
You
just say
saved
yes.
the Durin of this world. I don't see that as a mere coincidence. If there is any meaning to be read into the actions of the three goddesses, beyond fairy tale whimsy alone, I can only boldly speculate that the fate of this reflected world may have a reciprocal effect upon our own world. If Durin of Dragonspine will soon come back to life, we will need many Durin's help, as well as yours, given that your fates are now intertwined.
Ooh.
Well, that's a nuisance.
To
It's
be
a really
sure,
though.
it certainly won't be easy.
Does that mean anytime that we see Izumo now, we're going to be seeing Mini Durin?
Flying paper ship over there. Can we go see it together, please?
Sure. 2 seconds, I'll be right with you. Please give my suggestion some thought, Mr. Hat Guy.
Hat Guy, I'm back! Huh? What were you guys talking about?
Threats.
Nothing.
Huh. Okay then. Let's go join the others. Everyone's going to check out the new origami ship.
All right, I'll be right there.
Zumo, are you worried about Durin?
Why would I be? Do I strike you as someone who cares about other people's issues?
Yes. Now that you save Simulanka's Durin, maybe he'll be sympathetic to Durin of our world.
Quit trying to guess what I'm thinking. I'm leaving.
Albedo was right. He needs time to think about it for himself. It is a paper boat.
Aww, what a lovely little boat!
The forest fairy helped us make it.
Paimon just realized there's a lot fewer people around the Broken Sea now. Guess most of them have made their way back to the Metropole. Does this boat have a name? I can't see one anywhere.
Huh? A name?
Every boat has a name. At least, all the ones I've seen before.
How many have you
They're
seen before,
usually
Chloe?
symbolic names that represent something aspirational.
Let's go with the Durin.
It's pretty simple.
Huh? You want to name it after me?
Oh, you mean to wish Mini Durin a safe voyage as he sails into a new chapter of his life beyond this world?
That's a mouthful.
Your princessin approves. Let this vessel bear the name of the most esteemed dragon of the night.
The Durin. Let's call it that then. Thank you, Hat Guy. Also, can I ask you a favor?
Don't get mad.
Go on.
Remember how Mom's friend said I should be able to leave this world? Well, I want to pay a visit to your world. Just a quick trip, can we?
Huh?
Is that a no?
Paimon thinks that's a great idea. If the people of Simulanka are allowed to go to Teyvat, then what's the problem with taking Mini Durin there for a visit?
I'm assuming I'll have to be your bodyguard while we're there.
Probably.
I can protect myself. And I'll do what you say. I won't fly off on my own, I promise. Please, can I go?
It'll be up to you to stick close. If you disappear on me, don't expect me to come looking.
Got it!
This could be another mission, or it could go with
Why
the
don't you
whole
take the
main
Durin?
Durin mission.
Now you've given it a name, it'll be a maiden voyage for the boat and a brand new journey for you.
Are you leaving, Mini Durin? Okay. Well, make sure you come visit me in Mondstadt so we can play together again. Klee will draw you a map to show you the way.
Though our time together has been as fleeting as a ray of light in the depths of the long night, the Imanakreich will welcome you with the grandest of music ceremonies on the occasion of our next reunion. As surely as the stars in the sky watch over us, we shall meet again.
Really, they
What
better
Main
pay her
Fräulein
big
means
money
is
for
that you're
all
always
the
welcome
things that she has to
visit her
say.
at home as well.
Cool. I have so many new friends now. I'm so happy.
Are you done yet? If you want to leave, then get over here.
Take care.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. The blessings you gave me are more precious than any treasure and more beautiful than any fairy tale.
Aww.
Next time, it will be my turn to make your wishes come true.
That's not the end of it, though. No, we gotta go to Sumeru. An odd textual mystery. Is that the next part of this? No. Looks like it's just done. Oh yeah, we never did get the whole, like, quest start and quest end thing. Wait, I pressed the wrong thing. So that would mean that I'm done with the regular story here. Ooh, gimme. Thank you. Yeah, I need a fabrication chances used. Wait, what? What do you mean fabrication chances? Create figurines and figurine fabrication to claim rewards. I gotta create 75 figurines? How many do you make at once? That sounds outrageous. Good shelf. In the Forest of Blessings dwells a paper frog who has made something interesting. I'm not going to be doing these now. I'm going to be doing these during the half episode, which sadly kind of feels like it might stretch out to more than one. And Fairy Tale Voyage. Oh, wait. There's still more to do. Narration of footnotes. Kirara says there are a few things she must investigate alone. As you're not a cat, curiosity won't kill you, so why not go with her? Why is there so much to do? Oh my gosh, and all these tutorials about all the different ways of moving. So much. I guess we can go do the narration footnotes. Do we have this? Oh wait, this is a... I'll start it. If I have to read it myself though, I'm saying forget about it. But if Kirara reads, we'll do it.
So, are you all set?
Yes.
Ready to start investigating?
Sure. We're all good.
Great, then let's go.
Can't believe they have side quests in this whole thing too.
I've delivered packages all over, but I've never seen a mysterious fairy tale world like this before.
If I speed up, will you speed up?
Looks like nobody has gotten around to repairing this house yet. Ugh.
And Minnie Dern
Even
just
I
left.
wouldn't dare to sleep in there. It might suddenly collapse in on you.
Stop pointing, that's rude. There we go.
Nothing to see here either. Maybe we can find someone to ask?
Maybe. I'll just keep following you.
Over there. I bet we'll find some people there. Let's go take a look.
Wait, where are you looking? I don't know where she's looking. I don't see people.
Uh-huh. I was sure there'd be people here.
Why were you so
Once
sure?
was a goddess who ruled over fate. Before she died, she left 3 riddles for the kingdom she had created.
Oh snap, we got a narrator.
What? Who said that?
The narrator.
Long story short, on this day, a sentient feline, an outlander, and a diminutive pixie arrived on the scene.
Diminutive
They
pixie?
saw a narrow path off to the side.
Okay, but which side?
Yeah, if you gave ambiguous instructions like that to a Comania Express courier, they'd give you the parcel right back and tell you to write the delivery address more clearly.
Despite how obvious the answer was, the perplexed pixie and the flummoxed feline struggled to work it out.
Flummoxed?
Although, perhaps a small part of the blame could be attributed to my dull narration.
At least you're aware.
All right, let's try this again. The path on the left-hand side seemed to give off an enticing fragrance, as if to say, this is the way to wealth and glory.
I didn't know you could smell wealth and glory.
Sounds like the start of a good story. Then what? Then what?
Well, we should probably take the path first. Huh? Kirara!
At the end of the path, the motley crew would soon spot a secret stone room. A prophecy had once foretold of a Marquis who shall one day venture inside, and thus it is named the Future Marquis's Abode to Be. You like it?
What a name.
Future Marquis's Abode to Be? Got a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
That was a little bit boastful.
But before you continue, I must warn you... are you sure you don't want to hear the rest?
Go ahead, give me it.
I'll keep this brief. Firstly, the place ahead of you is a secret room whose purpose, per the legends, is to await the arrival of a certain Marquis. For that reason, it's called the Future Marquis's Abode to Be.
Uh-huh.
Secondly, when you get inside, don't sit on the chair in the center, or bad things will happen. There, that's all. Off you go.
So we can sit in any chair, just not the one in the center. All right, so down we go. Following the direction of the narrator. I was wondering if we could read this paper. There's nothing to read, though.
So many summers, winters, springs, and falls, And now, at last, a hero hither strides.
This realm knows not what lies beyond its walls. Its secrets mystify the world outside.
Wait, new voices. Who are they?
I feel like it's just the narrator doing voices. All right, so the one place we can't sit is the middle. Read. In the name of the elders of the three...
Golden sunlight fills the firmament. The tabletop engrosses your attent. Perchance peruse these pages thence. They surely represent no ill intent.
Okay, shut up and let me read. In the name of the elders of our three tribes...
Why isn't he reading the files on the desk? Hey, Bobarano, maybe quit showing off and try using words he'll actually understand.
I can either rhyme like a bard, or I can curse like a sailor. And right now, Cape, you are seriously tempting me towards the latter.
I'd be willing to hear it. Can I read, though? In the name of the elders of the three tribes...
Cape, forgive me for breaking the rhyme scheme for a second, but I want to hear your take on this. So any outsider who comes in here would surely see the documents on the table, right? Unless he was visually impaired. And unless he's got tinnitus or something, he'd definitely have heard what we were saying. All I'm trying to say is, if this poor person can't see or hear properly, I just feel kind of sorry for them.
Are you being ableist?
We hear you loud and clear, so watch it.
And please shut up so I can read. In the name of the elders of the three tribes, we hereby form this pact, that from this day forth our people shall harm one another no more. No more shall we drip glue into each other's breakfasts. Wait, what? Nor strike each other's heads with pickaxes. Wait, that's murder. Nor secretly drink growth serum that does not belong to us. Huh? We acknowledge the truth that the truth that has been determined by the great clockwork key, and we shall see the family of truth as supreme. Three witnesses to history within the future Marquise's abode to be quietly await the Marquise of Carabas, who is foretold will pluck up the great clockwork key. Let this esteemed one guide us, revealing one truth and two fictions. Of course, if the highest house has not been selected, then we may yet contend in private with permissible limits. But no more glue. It does far too much harm and is utterly inhumane. And you think the pickaxes aren't inhumane? I understand, don't put glue in someone's breakfast, but also don't bash someone's head in with a pickaxe. The growth serum, I don't know what to make of that. All right, so with this information...
Captivated by the epic poetry.
That was poetry?
And enthralled by the outstanding storytelling, the Outlanders knew what their next objective was. Namely, to remove the clockwork key from the raised platform up ahead.
Okay, but why did the narrator change?
I just realized you said we all had to speak like bards, but every time you open up your mouth, I don't hear any rhymes.
Yeah, I noticed that too. It's one standard for us and another for you. That's not fair, Cape.
Okay, so there's three of them. All right. Can we break this?
Wood and earthenware strewn all around. The demon feline's fury can't be quelled, reducing them to rubble on the ground.
Perhaps the Outlanders are worried that something drastic will happen the moment they remove it. Maybe that's why they're investigating the area thoroughly first.
No, I just felt like breaking a box.
I'm wondering if we can take advantage of this downtime to discuss whether we really need to keep this up.
As the strong as stone, firm as steel, the Outlander pulls, but it does not yield.
Here you go, now you sound like a bard.
Many times before, but this time is different. A thought enters the Outlander's mind. Attack! Attack! First weaken the structure, then seize the treasure.
Attack! Attack!
The attack now over. Only one final step remains.
Which is?
Now it is the time to seize the key.
Pull harder.
Yes! Finally! Come on, move your butts and your legs, assuming they're still in working order. It's showtime!
No hard feelings about your lack of poetic contributions?
Oh, let it go!
So you guys have just been creepily watching me, huh? Give me 1 second. I gotta open up my door. Alright, I just had to open up my door because I didn't want my dog to be alone because she has separation anxiety. Alright, who do I talk to? I guess I'll talk to... Oh, it just triggers now.
Welcome, esteemed and noble Outlander. Allow us to introduce ourselves.
We represent the 3 great clans of this realm, having been selected as its authorized historical supervisors.
Our purpose being to await the arrival of one such as yourselves, who shall remove the clockwork key.
For what purpose?
My name is...
You're Cape, he's Albizzi, and that's Bobarano, right? You've done so much talking that we can already tell you apart by your voices.
Aren't we missing someone, though? The guy who led us here to begin with?
The narrator?
And thus was born the long-awaited fellowship, destined to uncover the truth of the past. Allow me to quote, if I may, in the history of Constellation Metropole, a new page has begun.
Are they going to be surprised by who's talking?
Well, there's no 4th person, so which of you is the ventriloquist? Come on, out with it.
We've never heard that voice before, but he sounds like he'd be good at reading bedtime stories to children.
That's what you're focused
Whoever
on?
it is, I don't know and I don't care. Forget about him. We have far more important things to focus on. Like, where our journey goes from here.
That key you hold is the pivot point about which the past and present of the Metropole revolve. However, between our 3 clans, there is some dispute over the historical record.
Each clan has its own version of history, detailing the clan's origins and the tale of the Dragon of Old. And unfortunately, we don't know which one is the truth.
Dragon? You mean the one that's been acting up recently?
Oh, no, not that one, you adorable little pixie. When I say Dragon of Old...
He means a dragon that would be really, really old if it was still with us today, but it was defeated in ancient times. The new one has nothing to do with our clan history.
Was that supposed to be a joke? Anyway, so you've been waiting for someone to remove the key so you can finally explore the truth of the past?
Not just explore it, but argue incessantly about it. Honestly, I don't care that much. Cape's the one who's always bothering us about it.
What we need to figure out is who resolved the dragon crisis. We have to know that before we can decide which is the supreme clan.
The moment you removed the key from where it was lodged, you became the honorary Marquis. We humbly beseech you, noble Outlander.
We're also an honorary knight, but call me MC.
Noble Traveler Marquis, we ask you to help us. You and your talking Puss in Boots and the pale floating pixie.
Puss in Boots? Are you serious? It's better than demon feline, but still.
Embrace it, my friend, embrace it. Most cats don't wear boots or speak, do they?
I'm not even
Only if they're voiced by Antonio Banderas.
Now that you know the word, I expect you to use it.
Please allow me to lead you all to a sacred memorial site. It will be much easier to explain what needs to be done once we are there.
Capet leads the party to the so-called, I guess,
This place
ceremonial
is sacred
site.
to my clan. It's where our brave forefathers once took up arms against the Dragon of Old.
But there's only 3 of you.
After a bitter battle
Why would there
that
be
dragged
4
on
fathers?
for many days and nights.
Oh,
Finally,
never mind.
our forefathers fought the dragon into submission, and it fled. They took turns, though. Some forefathers worked the day shift, while others worked the night shift.
So they worked shifts while the poor dragon had to work around the clock?
So they say. It's just a legend, though.
Wait a second? Did I just hear you admit that your clan's history is just a legend?
History, legend, who cares? My clan was definitely courageous, that's the point. That's the truth. And isn't the truth what we've all been arguing about non-stop for all these years?
Cape's words gave the traveler food for thought. Could it be that the truth in a fictional world is equivalent to fiction in the real world? But that would have to wait. Apparently, Cape was not alone in his pilgrimage to this sacred site. unwanted company had arrived. The traveler and the talking cat, Nekomata, decided to teach them some manners.
All right, let's use our Nekomata. This is weird. Although it's nice because this is defense that you can just wander around and hit them with and then pop out whenever you want to. She's not the strongest, but the ability is quite nice. I want to see what her burst does.
Wow. A true display of heroism and valor. It was as if the spirits of my ancestors were fighting through me.
Here's a thought. Could be wrong, but maybe the Traveler Marquis is a lot more powerful than your ancestors.
Tactically, by saying that, aren't you implicitly acknowledging that my clan's history is, in fact, true?
Oh, calm down, you two.
Your martial prowess and show of courage are a more vivid reenactment of my ancestors' feats that suit the modern aesthetic.
Thank you.
Now, let's get down to business.
To defeat the Huns?
As we all know, time is but an illusion. Time may flow
Are we really gonna,
line by line.
Are we really going to do this right now?
Or frame by frame, but usually it flows in the form of springs and gears.
And that clockwork key you have in your hand can turn back time and make the past reappear.
So we're going to watch what
Actually,
happened?
my view is that the illusion of time is more of a problem of consciousness. Gears power the body, while the body is the vessel of the conscious mind. But the mind cannot understand the dimension of time, so we experience instead an endless continuum of moments as the pinion of now turns along the rack of ages.
Opinion?
I'm getting flashbacks to when I was delivering packages to the Sumeru Academia.
A teacher once asked Albizzi what his greatest fear was, and he replied, dragons. Boberano was asked the same question. He replied, time, and repeated the argument we just heard. The teacher then turned to Cape and posed the same question. He replied, Boberano.
The manuscript that tells the truth of the historical record, the blueprint to all of creation, the work of the great mage themselves. It can be found at the beginning of the Girak, and on the very first page of the book.
So no one can miss it. Unless they just didn't read the book at all.
But basically, you're just saying that we need to put the key in and turn it all the way back?
Exactly. It is said that in the beginning, the goddess of creation took the goddess of fate's manuscript as a blueprint, placed it under the goddess of prophecy's starry realm, and generated the world from a few magic arrays. So in a few moments, when the great clockwork key turns the local time here back to the very beginning, we will restore the magic arrays back to their original configurations.
Wouldn't that be worrisome?
Oh, hold on. Isn't stealing part of the blueprint of creation a little dangerous? Also, how are we supposed to know the original configurations of the magic arrays?
Well, the general shapes of the configurations have been passed down over the ages. They now form the family crests of each of our clans. So you'll just need to reference my family crest and join the dots accordingly.
Shape of Valor. Okay, this is a jagged S with a tail.
To address your other concern, when the house has already been built, do you really think that taking away the construction crew and blueprint will cause it to collapse?
Only if you do it at the beginning.
Traveler Marquis prepares to insert the great clockwork key into the nearby keyhole.
Yeah, saying if you take the blueprint and the workers, but you do it at the time before everything was built, then yes, it would collapse the foundation. You would cease to exist or create a different timeline, whatever premise of time travel you want to go with. All right. Recall how you once loosened the key. Now wind up. Hit it again.
guess we should start here?
I guess. I'm not sure how we begin it exactly. Okay, that's how we do it. So we're doing Valor, right? So you start here, go this way. You go all the way down here. Over to this one. Got it. Wait, I need to collect the things from the exquisite chest.
The sacred writings that record the truth of... No, wait. That have shaped the truth of history. Gather round and let us bear witness.
We're witnessing a bear? Goddess's Manuscript 1. Brave Francois mounted the haystack, picked up a fork, and planted it tins down atop the mountain of grass. Behind him was a large bright moon. He shouted out the names of everyone in the village. The village chief was first to be named, and so frightened was he that he wished to climb up the haystack and stop up Francois's mouth. Are you crazy? You're yelling so loudly the dragon might show up. You good for nothing. Have you not seen how the windmill everyone built has been destroyed by the dragon? And here you are, worrying if it'll return. Francois really would have loved to kick them off the haystack, but held back given that the chief too was worried for the villagers' safety. Francois saw that nigh all the villagers had arrived, and so he cleared his throat. Dear neighbors and kin, think you still that we must endure this? Think you still? No, of course not, but we cannot do anything about the dragon, said the grocer. Who says so? Did I not leap onto its neck from the windmill blades, stepping on it twice, and did not fall down and flee? Perhaps everyone worked so hard to build a mill that was destroyed, everyone's emotions became inflamed. Lifting their fists, they decided to take on the dragon. But Francois lifted his own hands and calmed down the crowd. Let us go home for today, everyone. Everyone's present lack of self-preservation is not bravery, but rather wrath. If we yet desire to face danger after calming ourselves, only then may we truthfully call our sentiment valor. So everyone went home. The next day, there were still many youngsters who wished to follow Francois to take on the wicked dragon. Who would have known that the valiant process to the protection of the goddess's radiant charter? Wait. Who would have known that the valiant possessed the protection of the goddess's radiant charter? Okay, I just misread it. Encountering true valor, the dragon could neither spout fire nor slash with claws, and was forced to allow the other party to call pauses and switch personnel. And so, after several days and nights of fierce fighting, the wicked dragon could no longer bear it and chose to surrender. AA.
Feast your eyes, rejoice, and cheer, for this is the unquestionable truth. Look at the signature. Nobody is capable of forging that.
They might be.
I don't believe it. So, all along, our histories have been false?
Don't lose heart, Albizzi. It does not follow from his is true that ours are false.
That might be the most bogus logic I've ever heard. But keep up the mental gymnastics, Boberano. I've been waiting for that look of jealousy on your face my whole life, and I'm gonna savor it.
And yet, it seemed that this conundrum could indeed have more than one solution. Everyone agreed that there may be more than one truth. The party decided to visit the sacred sites of the other clans and see what their documents had to say.
Isn't a narrator supposed to remain detached and objective? It feels like you're forcing a narrative agenda on us here. Oh, whatever. I'm in a good mood. Let's do it. The instructions say to repeat the process 3 times, and besides, I'm looking forward to watching you both be sorely disappointed.
Let's do my clan next. I'll lead the way.
These guys really do not get along that well, do they?
We'll need the key again, right? Let me see if I can pull it out. Yoink!
It was already pulled out for me. All right, so where do we go now? I am unaware. So, really, where do we go? Which way do we go? Go to quest. Narration footnotes. I guess we go here. That magic hat looked like it could have been Mona. Excuse me, toy soldiers, all lined up for something, which is a little worrisome. Hey, another chest. Wait, did I collect all the things in that other chest?
The party finds no pedestal in which to place the great clockwork key, only a locked door.
Where's your clan's pedestal? Let me guess, you hid it away in advance to save yourself the embarrassment of having it exposed as a fake?
You done? Okay. Now, since my clan's main claim to fame is...
Misinformation, half-truths, and fabrication.
Ah, shut up, Cape.
These guys really don't like each other.
Shut up, Cape.
I swear, if I wind up dead one day, the murderer was Bobarano. Let those be my last words.
My clan's claim to fame is that we outwitted the dragon of old and stole its treasure. Ergo, all articles of value that we own, including the pedestal for the clockwork key, lie behind that door.
How do you get into that door?
So, next step is open the door?
Almost.
Seem that way.
There's one step before that. The door is protected by a smart interrogation system. We have to answer its questions, and if we get them wrong, we will alert law enforcement.
Jeez. Well, do you at least know the answers?
The correction fluid of time has dyed white the pages of the Book of Wisdom. No, I don't know the answers. But worry not, I had a quick word with the constabulary in advance. They'll ignore the alarm if we get the questions wrong, so answer without fear.
There's no response from the door, and nothing unusual about it. The door's on us set? Knock on the door.
Question 1. Who is it?
Please open up. MC Marquise and his retinue.
The great yokai, Nekomata in boots.
And the trusty travel guide, Pixie! Travel guide! Trusty travel guide!
Question 2. By which virtue did the ancients defeat the dragon?
With you guys, you say wisdom.
If this is the right answer, I swear I'll...
Correct!
What? A barefaced lie. So low.
Question 3. Which is more real? The fiction of the outside world, or the truth of this world?
They're the same, aren't they? Perhaps both are equally real.
Hear, hear! Who can be sure that the outside world isn't just a dream? And that when the dreamer wakes up, they won't just find themselves inside a novel? There is no way to know, therefore both are equally real.
Boom!
All correct. You may have the key pedestal.
Sweet. How do we get it? Door opens, a puff of smoke wafts out,
Traveler
and here's
Marquis,
the... Okay.
You know what must be done. Please
Ideal.
insert the great clockwork key. Oh, and this is my family crest.
All right, so it's kind of like a question mark. Gotcha. All right. Where the pistol? There it is. And confirm. Wait. I'm trying to figure out what is the right... All right, so we start from here, so we're gonna go...
Do we really need this one?
I don't think so. So I guess... Here. Here. Here.
I'll keep this clip now.
I don't know if I got anything that was in there.
What elaborate fiction the Clan of Wisdom was able to conjure up.
If anyone's listening, I would like to submit these as my last words. I surrender. I'm the one who murdered Cappe.
Let's see. Goddess's Manuscript 2. Wise Antonio, in the basement of the crumbling house, began reading the ancient book he had found. His oil lamp shook from time to time as the swaying structure above ground collapsed. The village was to be symbolically raised by the dragon, and he had been chosen by the dragon, for he had not returned home. But Antonio did not care. He only wished to study the book the old lady had given him on the bridge he passed today. This book's title was titled The Radiant Charter, and within was recorded all the rules that every believer in Simulanka must follow. It was written in the language of the words of the world's creation at the very start. And if Antonio was not possessed of extraordinary wisdom and deciphered this primordial text, there would have been no study to be had. This book recorded no solutions as to resolving the difficulty that Constellation Satellite This book recorded no solutions as to resolving the difficulty that Constellation Satellite presently faced, nor did it contain any hexes that could aid Antonio in repairing his own home. But he knew that wisdom was the mightiest thing in the world. The morning light shone through the ruins of his home, and the neighboring blacksmith and chubby chief took great pains to get rid of the house's wreckage, which blocked the basement hatch. With dark circles about his eyes, Antonio said to the chubby chief, "I shall defeat the dragon. I will return soon. Are you sure you're all right? You don't look like you got any sleep. Just smoke from the oil lamp. Don't worry about it." The dragon sat atop a mountain of treasures, gazing down at insignificant little Antonio walking closer. Flames gathered in his throat, preparing to burn the area 1 centimeter before him. All the better to scare this puny, foolish creature away. "Halts! I am qualified second class Meister. The Radiant Charter states that should I refuse a duel, you cannot use force. This restriction did indeed exist, and so the wicked dragon swallowed its flames whole. Ah, how it dreaded going to the toilet tomorrow." It's like it had spicy food. Antonio, for his part, had not expected that the second-class rust-clearing Meister qualification exam he had taken on a lark would come in useful. "And since I'm a second-class Meister, I propose a duel of riddles you cannot refuse." Now, Simulanka had such a law, mainly for the benefit of sphinxes, old sages, and princesses who wished to make life harder for others. The evil dragon had not expected this rule to catch up with it. "I shall ask the first question. My house sold for 8,000 mora yesterday, but I thought there was room to raise the price, so I bought it back for 9,000, planning to sell it for 10,000. How much mora did I lose in the end?" The dragon laughed in contempt. "What's so hard about that? You would have waited until it hit 10,000 to make your move. But you sold it for 8,000 and bought it for 9,000, so you lost 1,000. That you could have earned instead." "Wrong. You burned my house down yesterday. I couldn't sell it in time, so I've lost far more." Sorry. I mean, I do have to burn a house, and you happen not to be home. So I might as well hit one that doesn't result in any loss of life. Now that you've lost this contest, I have the right to loot of some value as your life minus 1 mora. And considering that you've burned my house, I can seek damages. Let's assume that my house was worth just 1 mora. Well then, wicked dragon, you know what to do with yourself. But please, spare me. I'll give you anything. Your words, not mine, Antonio said as he pulled out a written contract he had written long ago. Thus did Antonio use his wisdom to take all the evil dragon's treasure. The dragon, devastated, would never again return to attack Constellation Satellite, where Antonio lived. Many years later, the child asked Antonio, "You sold your place for 9,000. Sold your place for 8,000 and spent 9,000 buying it back. So it looks like you actually did lose 1,000 Mora. Yeah. Hey.
Look, my clan's history is true as well. Oh, there's that same unforgeable signature again, right here.
What? Oh, does this mean that my clan is the only odd one out?
I doubt
Given
it.
that my clan's wisdom is such a subject of ridicule in your eyes, I will now appeal to my own personal intelligence, which I believe far surpasses that of my clan at large, and make a prediction. It seems likely that the claims made by each of our clans regarding their history and virtue are all true.
Oberano? How can that be?
Oh,
different encounters.
Once, when I was drinking with Gujiyai, she bet me a round of dried fish that I couldn't guess which cup the umeboshi was under. Whichever one I guessed, I was always wrong, and Gujiyai would lift a different cup to reveal the umeboshi. But then, I learned later from one of the shrine maidens, Miyuki, that all of the cups had an umeboshi under them. Just goes to show, I still got a long way to go before I become a great yokai.
Oh, don't mind Fox Lady. That's just her way of teasing you.
Actually, that reminds me. We can now open these 3 treasure chests. And unlike the guessing game you mentioned, this one's not a trick.
Cool.
Sure about that?
Once you've plundered the last of Oberano's family wealth, we can go to my clan's place.
You just straight up said that we're plundering from his family.
Guess I'll take the clockwork key again then.
Yoink. All right, let's go ahead and open up the chests.
A reward on the road.
Exquisite chest, precious chest, and common chest. And you know what? There is a little more story to do, but I think we should wait till next time to do it. So this is actually going to go on for one more episode longer, because even when we're done with this, well, we have a whole odd textual mystery to do. So, yeah, this is actually going to go on for an episode longer. And I already know that when the next episode comes out, the new update will already be here. So the next episode is actually, or the next update is actually going to wait for a little bit longer until it shows up on my channel. But that's going to be it for this one. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, when we finally figure out what's up with Albeezy's plan. Yeah, and then do the odd history, and then do the thing that I wanted to do, but then I realized there was more story that we could do here. Yeah, we'll get to all that next time. So until that next time, deuces.
So I wrote it in the rhyme. The Reverend Doctor got an 8K, wet working. The roaches get the race spray. My weak rhyme, my body, your best verses on game day. I touch the crowns of self-entitled kings. You leave the heat like LeBron when I melt your idols' vital things. This is Malcolm and Martin, Million Man March in Sparta, mixed with a legion of angels surrounding sons and daughters. Simon Peter with a desert eagle, waving it at Caesar. So if I was you, I probably wouldn't mention me